Do you feel grateful to the board for the support that you have been given? Because Patrick Stewart said a month ago that the easiest decision really sometimes to change the manager.
I don't know if it's the easiest decision, because it needs to make things better also. You can change and change and change. So I know that the board knows what's been done every day with the squad and in the club, and in that way you get the support, I think.
Philippe, can you outline for the supporters where the progress is and why you still believe you're the man to turn this around? Because you talked about the result against Dundee United, for example. At the moment, that's outlier in regards to an away form. Europe's about the same. Where is this progress, and how do you still believe you're the man to turn around?
Because if you see the last period, from January till now, the results that have been made in that sense, and it's true that November, December, we had these away games where we didn't perform well. We made this evolution. It's the same. You can make the opposite talk also. At Ibrox, we had really good results until now, all season. And now we lose it again in the cup. There are no guarantees around that. It's about performing every time. So that's what I expect against Hearts.
Philippe, does this feel like the toughest period of your managerial career so far?
Yes, yeah, it is. No, and for sure because of this game, this last game. It's the most freaky one also to lose that game. And because of that, with all the reactions, yes, that's the toughest moment until now. But I'm not running away from it.
In terms of the pressure and intensity, is this totally different to anything you've experienced before?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the same in Bruges, where you need to win every game. But I didn't have a freaky result like we had now. And I understand all the anger around that result.
You've been a coach for a long time. How do you, in these circumstances where there's going to be so much scrutiny, how do you get the players, how do you lift them for a game like Sunday's?
Yeah, to speak with them, to see who needs what, to see what we need as a team to learn out of this last game where mistakes are made, the things they did well, and to focus on Hearts, because it's a different game, it's a different opponent, and we need to show back again what the team has showed the last weeks, this last period, where they played good games also domestically. So that's what we need to show on Sunday again.
Philippe, did you have to speak to Bailey Rice this week? He was also unfortunately taken off at half-time.
Of course I spoke with Bailey Rice like we speak with the other players in the other weeks. I know there is concern from people about Bailey Rice being taken off at halftime and the effect it would be on him. I can say that there's no reason to have any doubts about that. We had a meeting with Bailey like we do with other players also, individually. Yeah? It's always collectively and individually with players. Brian is doing that most of the time with the young guys, with the second team. I'm involved when they play in the first team, so we did it together. So to have the consistency in the story. Bailey was the first one who was not happy with his first half. It's normal, he's 18. It's the first time at Ibrox. He's a lifelong fan. There is a certain tension around that. It's a player I believe really hard in. I don't give easy chances to 18-year-olds in a big European game or to start games like that. And Bailey played an okay game, but the quality that he has and the specific quality that will make him a top player for the future, he didn't use in this game. And that's his really good passing and his passing forward to breaking lines. So after the game, you can say you should have played with Bailey Rice more, but then I would have had the question why you don't put the experienced Nico Raskin in halftime. Was that a mistake made? So that's afterwards, but Bailey is very motivated, and hungry, and he feels my confidence, he feels the confidence of the staff. And I'm very sure also after this meeting, because that was interesting also to see how he reacts in that situation. He was very mature, very understanding what he did wrong when he saw himself. And he will learn out of this, and it will be a good experience at the end, this one, that makes him better. So no doubts about that.
Philippe, how's it been for you away from the training ground this week? Have you sensed fan anger when you've been out and about in Glasgow?
No, I'm not so much out and about. Okay, I walk in the street in moments, but not much, because we're a lot of times here. So none of that, no.
You're trying to understand the fans' feelings. Does it help to have guys like Brian and Alex Ray to try and relay that, or do you need that?
No, of course, it's important to have the local people who know everything, but I know this club really well after more than 1 year. So there are no surprises in that sense, and I understand the anger and disappointment. I'm very motivated to give the fans better times.
As you keep working, Philippe, to improve the team, earlier in the season you said they had to get the mentality that a game against, for example, Dundee United was as important as Manchester United. Having had this sort of result and one or two other disappointments, is it inevitable now that some of them at the end of the season will need to move on, or can you still work with them to improve that mentality?
No, but it's all of us together. So I pointed out also here in the press conference, preparation the same way before the cup game, and the importance of it, and not to underestimate it. The same story that I had with the team. But we were not good enough in the end, in our execution, in killing of the game and scoring the goals. We missed that. We missed a lot because of that. And it's now, doing it better the next game again. It's not something that was going on for weeks, and because of that you had a result in this cup game. No, the team was doing well the last weeks, and they were getting good results. So it's about getting now the mindset again to go where they were 1 week ago, and to show that on the pitch, because you can have so many words, you can say so many things. At the end, it's about what's been showing on the pitch, and that's what we need to do.
You know them better than us. You still believe they have a future of Rangers?
I think a lot of players have a really big future, yes, and at the club, there was a big step to make the club healthy again in the summer, financially, with making decisions. But a lot of those decisions will make the club even healthier in the future. I'm very convinced of that. Yeah.
Might it help the team that Sunday's game is away from home? In terms of if it had been Ibrox, there might have been a lot of negativity.
No, I don't agree with that, because I know the fans, if the team plays really well and they show quality, that they're always behind them. So if it's then away of home, even at home it's even stronger, because there's more people and more fans. Because if the team starts games on the front foot and they show quality, the fans go always behind them.